Hello, this is a story for Merrin, because Merrin fell off her scooter this afternoon and got a big bruise on her cheek. So I thought that maybe a bedtime story would be a nice thing to do. And I thought a nice traditional one. You know this story, Merrin. I'm going to read Goldilocks and the Three Bears, because this is a book that we haven't looked at before. It's called The Baby and Toddler Treasury, so it's a bit babyish, but sometimes the old stories are quite nice to be read again. So Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time there were three bears who lived in a cosy cottage with a little wooden door and shutters right in the middle of the big dark forest. There was a great big father bear who was very fond of eating and sleeping, and there was medium-sized mother bear who was very merry and very wise. And then there was little tiny baby bear who sometimes cried, but then, after all, he was a very little bear. One sunny morning, Mother Bear made a big pot of porridge for breakfast. She put it into 3 bowls and placed them on the kitchen table. "That looks good," said Father Bear. "It is good," said Mother Bear. "Yum, yum," said Baby Bear. But when they tasted it, the 3 bears discovered that the porridge was much, much too hot to eat. "We will leave it to cool down while we go out for our early morning walk," said Father Bear. "When we come back it will be ready to eat." So off they went into the forest. On the edge of the forest there lived a very naughty, mischievous little girl. She was called Goldilocks because she had long golden hair down to her waist. That morning Goldilocks' mother told her to go out into the forest and play. "But don't go too far," she said, "and don't get into mischief." But naughty Goldilocks went right into the heart of the forest, and there she came across the 3 bears' pretty little cottage. "Oh, what a sweet little house, and the door is wide open. I'll just have a peep inside," she said to herself. And there she is, inside the bear's cottage. So she tiptoed up to the door, and seeing that no one was there, she stepped into the kitchen. As soon as she saw the porridge on the table, Goldilocks rushed over to taste it. "I do feel hungry, and it smells so delicious," she said. So she picked up a big spoon and dipped it into Father Bear's bowl. "I'll just have a few spoonfuls," she said to herself. But the porridge in Father Bear's big bowl was still too hot, and when she tried the porridge in Mother Bear's medium-sized bowl, she found that was too lumpy. At last she tried Baby Bear's porridge. It wasn't too hot, it wasn't too lumpy, it was just right. And Goldilocks ate up every spoonful. After that Goldilocks felt very full. "I need to sit down," she said. So she climbed up into Father Bear's chair, but it was much too high for her. Then she sat in Mother Bear's medium-sized chair. "This one is much too hard," she grumbled. At last she found Baby Bear's tiny little chair with the letters BB carved into the back of it. It wasn't too high and it wasn't too hard. It was just right. Goldilocks curled up happily in Baby Bear's chair. But she was far too heavy for such a little chair. With a terrible crash the legs collapsed and the back fell off, and Goldilocks found herself sitting on the floor. "Fiddlesticks," said Goldilocks. "None of these chairs is any good. I shall have to find somewhere else to lie down." And she marched straight upstairs to the bedroom. She tried lying down in Father Bear's big bed, but that was far too hard. Then she tried lying down in Mother Bear's medium-sized bed, but that was far too soft. So she lay down on Baby Bear's bed. It wasn't too hard, it wasn't too soft. It was just right. "Oh, this is so comfortable," sighed Goldilocks, snuggling into the little bed, and she fell asleep right away. Just then the 3 bears arrived home, hungry from their early morning walk. "I'm ready for my breakfast right this minute," said Father Bear as they stepped through the front door. But when he sat down at the table he cried out in surprise, "Someone's been eating my porridge." "And someone's been eating my porridge," said Mother Bear. "I wonder why they didn't finish it," she said, looking at her bowl. "They must have liked mine," cried Baby Bear, holding out his empty bowl. "Someone's been eating my porridge and they've eaten all of it." And tears sprang into his eyes. "Look," said Father Bear, pointing at his big chair. "Someone's been sitting in my chair." "And someone's been sitting in my chair," said Mother Bear. "Someone's been sitting in my chair," wailed poor little Baby Bear, "and they've broken it all to pieces." "There, there, poor little Baby Bear," soothed Mother Bear. "We'll get to the bottom of this." The three bears went to search the house. They went upstairs to look around. "Someone's been sleeping in my bed," said Father Bear. "And someone's been sleeping in my bed," cried Mother Bear, "and they've left it in quite a mess." "Oh," whimpered Baby Bear, "someone's been sleeping in my bed and she's still there!" And he burst into tears. At the sound of Baby Bear's voice, Goldilocks woke up with a start. The first thing she saw was Father Bear looking very cross and baring his sharp teeth. And then she saw Mother Bear with her arms folded and tapping her foot. And then she saw Baby Bear weeping, crying into his handkerchief. Goldilocks jumped up in fright. She ran down the stairs and out of the house and into the forest as fast as her legs could carry her. "I don't think that naughty little girl will trouble us again," said Father Bear, smiling. And she never, ever did. And that's the end of that one. I'll see if there's another one that we might like to read and listen to together. So I'll be back. Bye.